Hello and welcome back, everyone. And today we're talking about everything we know about the Challenge Argentina, which at this point is currently filming. And very similar to the Challenge UK, at this point we only have 18 contestants who are rumored to be on this cast. Not saying that this is 100% everybody who is going to be on it. There could still be some alternates that come in, people who drop, and maybe there are more that have not been leaked out. So this is not the official cast of the Challenge Argentina, as we won't know who is 100% on the cast until the cast is revealed. But at this point, they are still filming. There is no premiere date that has been out there. There's no prize money, but the filming location is Argentina, and the algorithm will be implemented. And we know the host name is Marley. On Instagram, he is going by Marley OK. This man is huge in Argentina as a host. He has hosted a ton of shows and is, according to his website, ratings gold. That's what we know, as much as we know about the behind the scenes of the Challenge Argentina as of right now. Let's go into everyone who is on the supposed cast. We have Carolina. We're going to go the women first in alphabetical order. We have Carolina, who is a professional boxer. She did Celebrity Splash and a show called Combate. We are seeing some really strong competitors on the other Challenge spinoffs. We have on the Challenge Australia, like 2 professional boxers. We have an Olympian who was on the men's judo team, and we have an Olympian swimmer. I think that a boxer coming into the show is going to have a leg up on the competition, both physically, performance-wise, and endurance-wise. So I think that Carolina is going to be somebody to keep an eye out for. We have Claudia, who is an Argentine actress and who has done multiple reality shows. I don't know pretty much everybody who is on this cast list, and there is not a ton of information out there on some of these players or their reality shows that they were featured in. Some of the reality shows that they've done they've only been on one episode, and maybe it's like a one-off, like an MTV Cribs or something like that. All I know is that Claudia is an Argentine actress and has done multiple reality shows. We move on to Eva, who is a TV host and model. And that's all I could really find on Eva. She is in great shape, and at least she knows like the system that TV runs. And to be a model, you have to be in fantastic shape. We have Floppy, who is on Big Brother Argentina and got 11th place, and she's done a ton of other reality shows too. That's another thing about this cast, that multiple players have done multiple reality shows. So maybe they do this on the regular. This is their lifestyle. This is their professional career, is just doing reality shows, which I have to say, I think is really, really good when doing a show like The Challenge. Will they be able to compete at a high level? We don't know, but maybe comparatively to the cast, their experiences on a ton of different reality shows will help them ultimately get further into the competition. And I think someone like Floppy, who has done at least Big Brother, will have a leg up on the competition. So I'm actually keeping my eye out on a contestant like Floppy, and Carolina so far are the 2 that stand out to me. You also have Julieta, who was on La Academia and a fitness instructor. Yeah, I mean, that's another person that stands out. If you're going to be a fitness instructor, you're going to have a better time at stamina and the physical aspect of the game, in my personal opinion and my experiences of watching the Challenge. Maria is an actress and a host. That's all I really know about Maria. Sophia is a model who has, I'm sure, done more than just modeling, but that's all I currently have on Sophia as well. Sol is a TV host and has done multiple reality shows, like I mentioned with Floppy. If you've done multiple reality shows, I think that gives you a leg up than just somebody who is quoted as just a model or an actress. I think that doing multiple reality shows, no matter what it is, whether it is like just a dating show, if it's just an interview or anything like that, at least you have some experiences in the reality TV realm, in my opinion. And then you have Virginia, who is a TV host and fitness instructor now. Virginia is making waves across the internet because the main thing is that she is like 67 years old and is coming on to do the show, and she is the most senior player coming onto the show, but she is a fitness host. She looks to be in fantastic shape. If you showed me a picture of Virginia, I'm not necessarily going to guess 67. I'm not going to guess 67. I don't think she looks 67. So I think she's going to be in great shape to possibly go far into the game. But I will say that the cast for the Challenge Argentina does skew a little bit older, I think, comparatively to the other challenge spin-offs. We'll get into all the ages at the end of the video, but that's the main like ruckus that is coming out about this particular cast, is how old the competitors are skewing to, and Virginia, who is, like I mentioned, 67 years old. But I would love to see what she can do, because like I said, I don't think she looks 67. She is a fitness instructor. She's a TV host. She is doing an incredible job keeping herself in immaculate shape, and I'm kind of wondering to see what she could do against certain players in elimination if it comes down to it. I mean, will people want to send her into elimination worried that if they're going to be partnered up, which if the format is exactly like the Challenge USA, they're going to be paired up with each other in the finals. So if they're worried about Virginia not being able to make it in the finals or cut it in the finals, that's going to be something that's going to be raising everybody's like eyebrows and being like, maybe they're going to want to send her into elimination more times than not because they're worried about the age and they're worried about her keeping up in the finals. But then again, she's a fitness instructor, and there's, like I mentioned, the age is skewing a little bit more to the older side, and maybe that the older contestants want to make an alliance with each other, with players who are 39 and up and wanting to work together to get each other into the finals. We're going to have to wait and see how the social dynamics works and how the players are going to want to work with each other. Let's move on to the men. We first have Benjamin, who is an actor and was competing on Bailando 2018, which is a dancing show. He looks to be in fantastic shape. We move on to Fernando, who is a lawyer and has done multiple reality shows. He is a player who is also making waves because he is the second oldest competitor on the season at 57 years old. But then again, I look at his Instagram, dude looks pretty good. He looks to be in great shape. He is a lawyer, so he's going to be able to manipulate, lie, and put on his debate hat, be very strategic, I would think. And again, he's done multiple reality shows, which I think gives him a leg up on the players that are maybe a TV chef or just a singer or just a host or an actress or a model. I think that, again, those experiences are going to play a big factor in this game. Let's move on to the next competitor, which is Jonas, who is a professional soccer player. Now, he no longer plays professional soccer, but Jonas looks to be in great shape. He has a great personality. He had a really good professional soccer career, and I'm also going to be rooting for him because I found a few articles where he went through cancer treatments. He had cancer and was able to come out the other side, and I have to say that that's something that's going to be near and dear to my heart. Is somebody that is going through that has gone through an experience like that. So I am looking forward to seeing Jonas compete, and I'm going to be rooting for him. Let's move on to Lionel, who is a child actor. That's all I know about Lionel. He looks to be in pretty decent shape. Looks to be more on the skinnier side on some of the photos that I've seen. He may be somebody that people are going to look for to want to go up against in elimination, and he's going to have to compete to stay in the game. We'll wait and see. Next up, we have Lizardo, who is a host and influencer. He's done a ton on like MTV in Argentina. He is a very outspoken host. He has a fantastic personality. I don't know what he can do when it comes down to like a hall brawl or a pole wrestle, but he looks to be a very big personality, and it'll be very interesting to see what he can do on the Challenge Argentina. We have the youngest competitor that is going to be on this particular season, and that is Octavio, or Oki, as he's known. He is a singer, and he is 22 years old. He also looks pretty small. Again, he is pretty young, but I mean, he could have a big personality. He could have a ton of energy and be able to do a whole bunch of different stuff in the competition. I can't really make a judgment call on any players on this cast. So it's just one of those things of like, hey, I'm going to tell you their name and what their profession is, and kind of it's like a wait and see almost for this cast. I mean, I'm going to give some of my own personal opinions and think that a professional soccer player, a boxer, somebody who's played Big Brother, maybe multiple reality shows would have a leg up on certain other players, but you never know. You really have no idea who could really come out on top when you don't really know much about players or seen them play a game or play on a reality show and just have like, oh, they're a model, they're a child actor. So I know that this isn't the most informative, but I looked everybody up and tried to get as much information as possible, but it's sometimes really difficult to dive deep into certain players or actors and actresses and try to see what they could do on a show like The Challenge. I think that this is very interesting casting choices for a reality show, but I have to think that whoever is casting for The Challenge Argentina knows what they're doing, and I have to put their trust in them. I'm going to be watching this season. I'll be watching it with my patrons, doing live watch parties with them with the $3 and up tier, but I have no idea realistically what these players can do, especially a player like Oki, who is just known as a singer, or our next player, which is, there's two Rodrigos on the season. First, Rodrigo C is a TV chef. He probably knows nutrition. He probably knows what to eat to give him the proper energy for a challenge. But honestly, I don't know what to do when somebody's like, hey, a TV chef is going to be on the challenge. And I go, I have no idea what to expect from this person. Again, probably in great shape, is going to be able to work his magic, maybe work his social game around the kitchen. Maybe he'll make great dishes and nobody's going to want to send him into elimination because they're getting great food from him. Rodrigo M, on the other hand, is also a professional soccer player. So maybe that there will be a soccer player alliance between him and Jonas. And I would, again, put him in a different category, a level up, alongside Jonas, alongside a boxer, and alongside other players that have done multiple reality shows. And finally, we have Stefano, who is also a child actor and a model. Fantastic shape and could have a great personality. Now, just looking at these players' small profiles that I looked up and their stature and their little bit of resume, and kind of going off of my own experiences of seeing what has been on the main challenge season on MTV and the Challenge USA, and kind of putting into perspective, I have to say that the players that stand out to me on the Challenge Argentina are Carolina, the boxer, Floppy, who played on Big Brother and multiple reality shows, Claudia, who has also been on multiple reality shows, Sol, who has been on multiple reality shows, and I have to say Julieta and Virginia, who is a fitness instructor, as well as what can Virginia do being the most senior player on the Challenge Argentina, and will she be able to make friends? Will she be able to stay out of elimination? What will she do in elimination? That's another storyline that I'm very intrigued to see. On the men's side, I think Benjamin is in fantastic shape. Fernando is interesting, being a lawyer and from multiple reality shows. And of course, Jonas and Rodrigo M. Looking over the ages, the age range in the Challenge Argentina greatly vary. You have Oki Octavio being the youngest at 22. The next youngest is 27 with Lionel, and it goes all the way up to Fernando at 57 and Virginia at 67. I'm actually intrigued to see what could happen. Like, out of all of these spin-offs, Argentina was the one that's the most unknown to me, not only for the cast experiences, but I mean the age range, the competitions that are going to be on there, who's going to be able to step up and who's not going to be able to step up. I think this one is the most interesting to me because there's so many unknowns and mystery to the cast and what could happen. But that is it for the Challenge Argentina and everything that we know. They're still currently filming this, so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen, when it's going to premiere. It's got to be, I would think, super late 2022 or early 2023. We'll wait and see. As I'm doing with the Challenge Australia and the Challenge UK, I will not be covering this, doing review and recap episodes or Tiny Table Talk episodes on my main YouTube channel, but I will be doing live watch parties on patreon.com/angelcakevids, where once this season premieres, I'll find a way to get the episode and we'll do live watch parties every single week when the episodes premiere, as well as making it available to anybody who is signed up to my Patreon. And that way you don't have to like search around on maybe weird websites that are going to have a ton of ads on there. Let me know anything and everything down in the comment section below. I want to give a special shout out. Thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's watching this video up to this point. I'm back really, really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace. Nice.